Okay, these go here, so go ahead and do that
That's
one.
for that.
I know that goes there. There's this one goes on the back rear.
This morning our team split up into 2 groups, 6 to go, finish up the cupcakes, and Brandy and I to go pick up the truck, decorate it, get everything done.
Or the bigger one? Yeah, it was down here with Cupcake Cares, right? On the bottom of each of these sides, right?
But they're 2 different sizes.
Can I hand this one to you? Yep.
It's 8:05. We have an hour and 55 minutes before we need to be done and on our way over to the culinary school to pick up the cupcakes. Let's get it on.
You're done.
We're done?
You're done.
Thank you so much. It looks amazing.
Oh my God.
The guy's truck was parked right next to ours. And when I saw what they had done, I did have to swallow hard for a minute because I thought there might be a lot more on it than we give them credit for. I wish I had a piece of gum to go stick right on that right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you like celebrities? Come buy a cupcake for charity. Bring money.
Always get a cupcake.
Come on over here.
Everybody got to be one of them.
I think we made a lot of good decisions. We're here in Times Square. There's certainly no shortage of people, lots of tourists.
What kind would you like? One that's worth 20 good. All right, we got the best one.
$20 was going to be our price point, and I think that's the breaking point. $20, they come flying out of ATM machines. People have $20 bills. $20 is the perfect price point.
All right, come on, let's go. Celebrity cupcakes for charity.
Cupcakes for charity, come on, people.
Just donations, even $1.
If you want to pay more than 5, we're happy to take it for charity. Come on, people. Cupcakes for charity. Any donations, people?
This task wasn't really about how many cupcakes you sold, but how much money you made. So if you could sell a cupcake for $5 grand, do it. If you could sell one for $5, do it. I think the money will add up.
Thank you so much, honey.
Come get your celebrity cupcakes. Come on in. I wish I could say I don't care how the guys are doing, but I totally do. Those guys have friends with deep, deep pockets, and when a sports star calls you and says, "Yo, buddy, write me a check," you're not going to give a little. You want to impress them.
Tony.
All right.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Tony, how are you doing?
All right. My friend Tony Hawk came down. He's a huge celebrity. Everybody loves Tony Hawk, so we got a good crowd with him. What's your limit on your credit card? Is it massive? You got a good limit. Okay, what is the limit? Like what?
Today it's $1,000.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Very nice, Tony. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
Okay, buddy. Tony,
Hey, cupcakes
get off.
better be good. $1,000 cupcake from Tony Hawk. Thank you so much.
We've got so many goofy personalities to draw from. Dennis Rodman, Andrew Dice Clay. A lot of people are coming down saying, "Clint, I love your music."
Yeah, did you buy a cupcake? Of course you did.
A lot of people are coming to see Herschel.
I'm a huge Georgia fan. I watched his games as a kid, and I'm thrilled to be here today.
You like delicious cupcakes? See that?
Tom Green, who draws a crowd everywhere because people want to go, "What's wrong with him?"
Cupcakes? Hey, Clint, the naked cowboy wants to say hello to you. Hello, nice to meet you.
I'm the clothes cowboy. How are you?
You think you can get up on the roof there?
We're getting a lot of money.
We are.
And, you know, a lot of it is a community.
I know.
Hey, I think you're with us.
I'm with you
Come
guys.
on down.
Are you bringing the credit card from now? And then we're going to Berkeley. 57th and 5th, right in front of the Playboy Studios. I actually had a friend come down and get in the bunny costume.
Kevin, sorry he couldn't be here, but 5,000 for your charity.
So we had the whole Playboy building come down, that's 100 employees, and just sold tons of cupcakes to them.
Are you a Playboy person? Yes, I wore my bunny necklace today.
Brandy, she had other Playboy bunnies come by, and we got big bucks out of him. She's a very smart woman, lost in a gorgeous face and body.
Playboy's such a nice, healthy family.
with the team.
I'm really pleased. You know, it's hard to get a bunch of women to all work together and not kill each other. And there's not.
You can say that. If I say that, I can.
Right. You can.
But great.
Hi. Does anybody want to buy cupcakes for charity? Pull over and park.
Get back to work.
Okay.
See you in a little bit.
Who wants to buy a cupcake? Made personally by Miss Playmate of the Year, touched by hands that Hefner's touch. I just gonna say that's a negative.
Coming up.
Come on, Dennis. We need you, man.
Yeah, Dennis is on hiatus.
And later.
You sit here and tell me, a grown-ass woman, exactly how to frost a cupcake.
I'm certainly not going to be apologetic for taking control of the situation.
I'm a little bit from the old school. Some people need a spanking.
Cupcake for charity. We've got sprinkles, chocolate, vanilla.
Decide that.
Right after you get a cupcake.
Anybody want to get it out the box?
Oh, this is New York, man. It's a tough crowd.
Guys, they're delicious.
Guys that want to meet you guys right here.
Dennis was sitting in the driver's seat of the truck through most of the selling, and he's an attraction. You know, people wanted to see him, but he did bury himself in the truck, and he does that well. He relaxes well.
Come on, Dennis. We need you, man.
Yeah, Dennis is on hiatus.
I didn't really understand why Dennis Rodman didn't want to get out of the truck, but Herschel didn't take control of the situation. So, you know, I had to do it myself. Whoa, come on, for a second. Come here a second. Let me pick you up. I can pick you up.
All right, come on. I know how to play games like this. My job was to make sure that I don't interfere with selling the cupcakes. Because if I sit there on the corner, they got what they want. They got a picture with me. Why would they come buy cupcakes?
See that big truck? Take your girl down there and go introduce her to Dennis Rodman, okay? Here.
So basically, all I did was lay low in the van, go get a cupcake. Now you see Dennis Rodman, boom, that's my job right there. Make sure they buy the cupcakes first.
Hi guys. How's it going out here?
Well, it's going pretty good. We had two of our guys holding court, so if we can get them to come down here.
Out there, right?
Yeah, they're hustling. We have a couple of them hustling, so we got people moving.
I think the men are doing quite well. I think Herschel has quite a bit of spirit, which is good. But Dennis seemed a little lackadaisical, to say the least. He was sort of hanging out in the van. His presence probably is best served by being out in the public and attracting a crowd. I'll let you get back to it, Herschel.
Thank you,
Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Have fun.
Celebrity cupcakes for sale. It's over. Good cause. Down there where that cupcake truck is.
Thank you. Very generous. We're getting a lot of 10s, a lot of 20s, and granted, those are big bills for one cupcake. But my concern is that we haven't gotten our big checks yet.
Thank you, sir.
Bam! That's good enough.
Hey! Oh my God!
I'm really good friends with the R&B singer Eric Benet, so I pretty much forced him to come down and buy a cupcake.
So how about we buy one each?
You want chocolate?
He came down and swiped his credit card, so I was pretty happy about that.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
I called Kathy Lee Gifford and Hoda Kotb from the Today Show. They came down and tried to help us attract some more attention, and I really think it worked.
Annie, these look better than what I thought they were going to look like. Did you guys work on these?
We totally made them ourselves.
All right, well, I want to buy, a couple of cupcakes. I'm here especially for you. Can I spend $2,000 on a cupcake? Actually, two.
2 cupcakes, okay, 2,000 for 2 cupcakes is cool. Poker players are one of the most generous groups of individuals that you will ever meet. I knew I was going to call on some of those people.
Wait, you're going to do 1,000, you're going to do 1,000, you're going to do 1,000. You paid $5,000 for this cupcake. I gave her $5,000.
I've got to give tremendous credit to Annie. Annie brought in poker players. Hey, hello, Annie. Here's 9,000. Stay healthy. I thought it was wonderful.
Thank you.
Get me Joan Rivers and Herschel Walker now, please. Hello? Herschel? Hello there, how you doing? How you doing?
Hello.
Joan?
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm fine. Now listen. I'm sending a car for you now. I need a member of your team to take your best cupcake to Crumb's Bake Shop on 8th Street. All right, we can do that. The owner of Crumb's will taste each of your cupcakes. Yeah. And whichever cupcake is best, that team will receive an additional $15,000 toward the total sales of the test. Okay. You got it, honey. Pick the right cupcake. Let's see what happens, okay? All right, we will do that. Okay, good luck. Okay, goodbye, honey. So long.
All right, Donald Trump wants us to bring a cupcake to somebody. Which one is the best cupcake? I'll find it. Let me just look. The monetary reward from the taste test could change who wins the game. So I'm staring at these cupcakes and I'm like, oh God. It's like Sophie's Choice. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That looks great. I took one of the bombs, the ones that really didn't work but tasted really good, but they came out inverted and we filled them with the chocolate ganache. I found a perfect bomb. Great.
All right, thanks. Donald is going to send a car for us, one member of our team, to take best tasting cupcake against their best tasting cupcake. Guys, you want to go? Okay. All right. Make sure you give me your best one. Now, you decide which one you want to do.
Well, the yellow cake is like the real cupcake.
Okay, we'll do that then. We'll send that. All right.
Hi, welcome.
I'm Melissa.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Crumb's Bake
Thank
Shop.
you.
Hi. I'm Melissa.
Nice to meet you. How's it going?
We're the owners of Crumb's. Welcome.
The box isn't gonna help.
Well, ours is all set up presentation.
Well, I can't wait to
But I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, I will go first.
I want you to go
We
first.
had a really hard time choosing. But we went ahead with what we're calling the chocolate bomb, which is a chocolate cupcake with homemade ganache.
And what do you have for us?
Well, what we wanted to go with was like an old school type of cupcake that everybody would like. Chocolate fudge on top with the yellow cake and just some sprinkles to keep it company.
We have something like those too.
Well, here we go. All right. I'm gonna let Mr. Trump know which one I like better.
Thank you guys for coming in and good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, so long.
Later.
When she took the bite of my cupcake, her eyelids went up and her eyebrows went up. She didn't do that with Melissa's cupcake. We win. That's just the way it is.
Did we give them the chocolate chip one that the people liked the most?
No, I didn't know that.
The chef liked the vanilla with the chocolate chips on top of the bread.
Well, I went with the ganache. No, they tasted great. I tasted them. And I thought that one was really good
No,
myself.
I know, it's just that those were ruined cupcakes. The chefs were very clear that they liked the vanilla with the chocolate chip, which we discussed in the kitchen.
I wasn't there. I was not in the room when the chef said, oh, the vanilla are the best ones. No one told me, and I thought the ganache, the chocolate bomb. We don't win with that. It's going to be used against me, and I'm not looking forward to that. I just had to make a call.
Okay. More than 5. It's for charity. We don't have that many left, and like if we run out, we can't even sell anymore, and then we're gonna lose to the boys. I just had this horrible thought. What if we run out of cupcakes and the person comes with a $5,000 check and we can't exchange a cupcake? That would be a real shame to lose because we didn't ration the cupcakes out really well.
Joan, these are my 2 big spenders, my really, really big spenders. How many cupcakes would you like?
You can't buy the whole truck.
You're gonna buy a lot.
We need need to give them as few cupcakes as possible because we don't have that many.
It's a very strict rule.
Okay.
I'm giving out cupcakes. Okay, it's right there.
How much is he paying for these?
How much is he paying for these?
For this big tray of cupcakes.
Oh, I don't know yet.
Can you find out? Because seriously,
you know, I'll deal with it. It doesn't. I'll deal with my money. You deal with yours. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Annie was out of control. I could not believe how rude and mean and condescending she was to my big donors.
Can I talk to you, Joe?
He just told me, you worry about your donors, I'll worry about mine.
He won't even, she said that he hasn't even told her.
No.
How much is
Easy, calm.
They're freaking out. So ridiculous. Okay, thank you guys. He's getting $9,000. Can it? Okay, I mean, come on.
Annie started to freak out at her. They were giving us $9,000. If the guy wants 24 freaking cupcakes, he can take 24 freaking cupcakes.
$9,000 gets you this box of cupcakes.
Okay, I
need
to bring it.
There you go.
All right,
Thank
to the
girls.
Thank you. How nice of you, seriously.
Thank you, guys.
That's it. We sold them all. How about that?
I got pissed off because we had literally just discussed that we didn't have that many left. It's so great that he donated that much money, but still we couldn't give away a whole tray. So we ran out of cupcakes 15 minutes early.
This was $9,000, and everybody else is selling them out there for $1 or $2.
Yes.
And when you think of a whole flat,
No, because the other thing is I said to you for how much, and you go, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It's my sale. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
You yelled at them, saying they can't buy a freaking whole thing. You don't even know what other people are selling cupcakes for, and you're mad at me if I wanted to sell one whole flat for $9,000. You're not even listening to yourself. It doesn't even make sense to me.
Wilson's in the house! You made it down! Great to see you!
Come right up. The day started kind of slow, but now we got it going. I tell you, we got it going on.
A $1,000 cupcake! Wow, $5,000, ladies and gentlemen.
Check for $5,250.
I'm here to buy cupcakes.
Okay, how many cupcakes would you like to buy?
$7,200 worth.
Oh, that works.
Our big hitters, we've had Sun to come in. We got a couple more coming. People are on the street buying, and I think that's what's going to get us to win.
They want 2 cupcakes, $1,000.
Thank you, my dear.
A $4,000 cupcake, ladies and gentlemen. $4,000 cupcake.
Hey, Herschel, how much time we got left?
We got about 7 minutes. 7 minutes left.
Herschel, do we lower the price?
2 cupcakes for $20. I can hear you. You know, I've been calling Donnie Deutsch, but I don't have 100% confirmation. They're coming to me right now. I'm hoping he's going to come in with something. I'm hoping that it worked. I don't want to go to the boardroom today. I don't want to see anyone on our team get fired. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Is he not going to make it? Oh, what, after all this?
What's the price of $5 right now?
This, I'm starting to think it's not going to happen.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Cupcakes, we're selling out. Hey, Tom.
Hey, here we go. Hey, my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, from Donnie Deutsch, Big Idea with Donnie Deutsch on CNBC, a check for $10,000. One cupcake.
I've learned a long time ago, if you stay together as a team, you can win.
That's it. Hey, let's have a hand for the New Yorkers who spent so much money today.
I don't like losing. So to lose would be devastating to me. I don't like losing.
Mañana. Dear Princess.
I've heard there's been a lot of money raised by both teams. What did you think of your team, Joe?
I think they're extraordinary. Everybody worked absolutely at every job, 100%.
Who was the star of the team?
Brandy.
Really? Wow.
Wow, thank you.
Very great honor. What did you do that made you the star in Joan's eyes?
I really went after it and just made a lot of phone calls and did everything possible to make it a success.
She brought in a lot of money, and she was there. You needed somebody to do something. She was just always there and glad to do it.
Okay, Claudia, who is the weakest member of the women's team?
Personality-wise, as far as being ineffective, I say Annie. There were some issues with Annie, and this is hard to get.
No, it's okay.
Jonah is our leader, our project manager, and at times I felt like Annie took over Joan's role.
Annie, what do you have to say?
Well, as far as overstepping Joan's bounds, she wasn't in the kitchen because she was doing the other project. It's just, this is what we have to do. I'm aware of what we have to do. Joan knew that I was the one who was aware of what we had to do. You know, I'm not going to sit there and pussyfoot around when we have a schedule and we're trying to get these cupcakes out. So I didn't overstep her bounds because I have my project manager's permission to do that.
But you have to respect your team, and when you sit here and tell me, a grown-ass woman, exactly how to frost a cupcake, I got this. Trust me, I've frosted cupcakes before.
I completely understand that, but the chef showed me exactly how to frost the cupcake that would be the most efficient in terms of time.
You know, you have to also understand a little bit about environment. Here's a woman that takes money away from men killers at poker tables her whole life. I know many men that have lost to you big league. You think you're very tough, Annie?
I am very tough, and I'm certainly not going to be apologetic for taking control of the situation so we could get the cupcakes done.
Okay, Herschel.
Yes.
So tell me, what do you think of your team?
I think they were great. I'll tell you.
Who was the weak link?
The weak link? Oh, gee. Yeah, I don't think we had one.
You know what? I got to say something at this point.
So he must be the weak link.
No, go ahead. You know, I don't believe in baking. I never did. And
not your thing.
I had to almost invent a job for myself, and so I became almost like the court jester to keep everybody moving. But as far as the actual work and the
he's not really a
making,
worker. That's what it is. He's not a worker. He's a court jester.
Well, that's sort of a knock, isn't it? I mean, a court jester to me is
I said it first. I mean, I'm a comic, and for me, it's natural to make people laugh. You know what I mean? I'm good like that, so I'm entertaining. Could you imagine being under a guy that turns into John Travolta for you? I can't believe how good this feels. Sylvester Stallone. Hey, can you pull your legs back a little more? You know what I mean? Hey, can you do that? You can't even do that. And you're Donnie Trump.
Dennis, look at you. You are a piece of work, Dennis, I'll tell you. But I've been a fan of Dennis for a long time. I mean, you're all like great celebrities. Scott, I've watched with the Olympic gold, Scott. But sort of Dennis, because of the whole look and the height and the whole thing, would you say he's the most recognizable celebrity out of the group? Hard not to say that.
No, he wasn't.
Did you use him in that capacity, Herschel?
We wanted to use Dennis in that capacity. That's what we were trying to do. But he wouldn't get out of the band and work. I'm a little bit from the old school. Some people need a spanking.
Did he need a spanking?
I should have gave him one at some time, but I didn't. But, you know.
That'd be a pretty tough combination, those two. Okay, Dennis, you think you won?
I think we had a very, very good shot.
How about finding out? Let's find out right now.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Thank goodness.
I think it's time to find out. First, let me give you the results of the taste test. The owners of Crumbs love the cupcakes made by the women. So you won easily the taste test. Easily. The taste test. Now, that's $15,000 from Crumbs. That's great. You know, men, they say your cupcake was disgusting. Honestly. They actually said it. These are professionals. This is what they do. Tom, do you get that? They said it was terrible.
We had a few technical issues with the cupcakes. We did, yeah.
So, Ivanka, let's start with the men's team. How did they do?
The men did an amazing job. Their total was $49,449.
Wow, $49,000.
A lot of cupcakes.
Herschel, that's very good. I don't know if it's good enough. We're going to find out. Okay, with the $15,000 that the women won by winning the taste test, you only need $35,000 to win the whole deal. Don, how did the women do?
The women sold $61,267 worth of cupcakes.
Wow. And you know what that means? With all of the money that they raised, that you raised, and that everybody raised, You won $126,000. Joan, what's your charity?
God's Love We Deliver, which provides meals for anyone that's homebound that asks. So a lot of people that will be getting food.
And you'll find out that's just the beginning. A lot of money's going to be raised, just like we did last season.
So good.
So Joan, I congratulate you. Ladies, I congratulate you. Fantastic. Go back to your beautiful suite at Trump Tower. Enjoy yourselves. And if you want, and I'm sure the answer is yes, you can watch the grilling of the
yes.
Okay? Have fun. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fellas, sadly, somebody's going to be fired.
Good champagne.
What do we leave? Raise a hell of a lot of money?
You all understand we won because of many things. That's what it was about. It wasn't just somebody wrote a stupid check. No. It was many things. It was everything. How fabulous. For God's Love We Deliver, which is my charity, to handle this big check. It's an amazing charity. If you feel you can't leave your house and you need special meals, you call us and we send you your meals every single day. It's great. It's just a very quiet way of having people keep their dignity until they die.
Okay, guys, let's watch the
Let's watch.
It's gonna be sad to see one of them go.
Yeah.
Herschel, what happened?
I don't know what happened, you know, because we worked. I tell you, my guys, they were working. They were on the street, they were hustling, they were working.
Tom, what do you think? Are you okay, Tom?
Well, I think Herschel...
He gets very uptight. He gets very...
Are you uptight? You don't get uptight. Do you get
He's
uptight?
high strung.
Respond to that, please.
I think that I suggested a lot of ideas. Specifically, I suggested to everybody that we should be all calling and getting big donors.
Did you bring in big donors?
I brought in some big donors. I called Donnie Deutsch. He brought in $10,000. My agent donated $5,000. I called my friend Tony Hawk. He brought down $1,000.
So nobody was close to you in terms of...
No.
raising?
Yeah,
that accounts for almost a third of your whole number.
Who else could have raised
I think I raised the most. I hate to tell you.
Herschel brought in a lot of money, but Herschel could have encouraged the other players to raise money. Herschel
Jesse, are you asleep?
No.
Did you bring in any big donors?
No.
And then, Jesse...
My friends don't have no money.
Why did you lose?
I think it boils down to hard work and what you're willing to commit to get stuff done.
You felt you worked hard?
I could have definitely done a better job keeping Dennis out on the street.
Was he the biggest celebrity in terms of recognition?
Just by sheer visibility. You know, he's the tallest. You know, for something.
Size helps.
Size doesn't matter, always.
Well, Scott's proven that.
Who said size doesn't matter?
The small one.
Oh.
Brian, what would you have done differently for your team? I mean, there's control issues, they say, but can you really control a Dennis? I mean, how does that work?
I think we learned a lot about the fact that none of us have ever been subordinate. So having to take orders from someone else and having
it's a tough job being the team leader.
Being a leader.
Tough, Herschel, right?
It's okay. If you don't want the ball, don't play.
Well, this isn't like a football team where you're the best player and you sort of...
You still have to have somebody that's going to be willing to go in there and say, hey, I want the ball.
Okay, let me ask you this, Jesse. Taste mattered, quality mattered, and you didn't have taste or quality in terms of what you were baking. Do you think that was a big factor?
I think our cupcakes sucked, without a doubt, and we knew it last night.
They called your cupcakes disgusting. Scott, let me ask you the question. Who was responsible for that, would you say?
I would say, you know, anyone that was in that kitchen, everyone that was baking, because we all worked equally, we all did equal tasks.
Would you say somebody? I mean, somebody had to be responsible. Andrew, who was responsible for that?
It wasn't me, because like I told you up front, I really didn't cook the cupcakes.
I actually had somebody
One of the
tell
things
me.
that started going on in there, one of the ideas I did have in there was, let's stick to a traditional cupcake.
Now, Andrew, you cut off Ivanka, but that's okay. His whole life has been about cutting off women, and that's okay.
So
Go ahead, Andrew. Go ahead, cut her off.
You gotta stop.
We're never going to change you. Go ahead, tell me.
It's unbelievable.
Tell me.
They're unbelievable with this. One of the ideas I had as far as cupcakes, forget women,
which are
was
more
that
important?
let's stick to
Which are more important?
Women.
By far.
By far.
Except for tonight.
Well, tonight I'm going to fight to keep my job.
Okay.
Because one of the ideas, I am good with ideas. I'm somebody that's branded myself. Something you did talk about, which sort of bothers me a little, is, and not to take away from Dennis's celebrity, but, you know,
I am the only guy sitting here to sell out Madison Square Garden 3 times. I'm the only comic to sell out every arena in this country, you know, over and over again. And because I wasn't baking, I wanted to be used to the best of my ability, which is get on the air and promote today's, you know, charity event.
Well, who said that I couldn't get on the radio and have people down?
Because you couldn't. You're not funny.
You know what's so funny? You are. You're very funny. But you know what's so funny? I would promise you, dimes to donut, I had more people from Georgia there than he had on the radio.
That's an impossibility.
Okay, Jesse, who is the worst member of your team in terms of winning?
I think Dennis.
Why?
Sitting in the truck and waiting for someone to show up with a check is cool, but I think if Dennis was out there being a little bit more assertive, we probably could have made up the difference.
What do you think, Dennis?
I played my card to a T. I would walk down to the corner, even though I didn't want to do it because I knew I was going to take the whole situation to me, and I didn't want that. All I wanted to do, he could have did. He did a great job, like screaming, hollering, Dennis Rodman. And guess what? I want people over there. Like I said, you want people to buy.
So that's pretty effective, Herschel.
May I say something?
Herschel, he was pretty effective.
No, he was effective when he wanted to, and that's the problem. You can't play half of the game. And I'm not, but in a business.
Donald, so seriously, man, this is really ridiculous. You know what? I love how people want to sit there and say certain things. When you're going to be a boss and you're going to be a manager of any project or any group, you have to know how to delegate people.
I agree.
You got to know what. Listen what I'm saying. We did not sit down and diagram what we need to do as individuals in this
So do you blame Herschel for that?
Yeah, I blame myself.
No, but he's the team leader. Do you blame Herschel?
I'm just saying that if I was the manager, you know what I would do? I would listen to all your points. And I'm saying, you know what, guys? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Tom Green in this situation, okay? He's going to do this job right here. Okay, great. Guess what? In the kitchen, please anyone interject. In the kitchen, no one had any position or nothing. There was no delegation in the whole situation.
That's 100% right.
Andrew, what would you say?
It was every man for himself in that kitchen.
Are you saying a lack of leadership?
There was a lack of leadership in that way.
Okay.
I'm seeing Brian make a lot of faces over here. Brian, you want to say something, you got to do it.
If we're in the kitchen baking, and you're doing one thing, and you're doing one thing, and you're doing one thing, isn't that delegation?
No, it's not.
But the other side, I'm talking now.
Well, you talk all you want. Talk all you want.
The rest of us don't need to be delegated. Tell us what to do, we go and do it.
Right.
So nice not to be there.
Oh, no, it's pitting people against each other. I hate that.
They're going to be a disaster tomorrow.
Can we be friends after that? We'd have to. Can we all be friends after that?
Clint, if you were me, who would you fire?
Let me first say I think it's unfortunate this is how we're finding fault with our team, and unfortunately this is how we're going to learn.
What happens?
I think there was some lack of cohesion. I didn't have a bird's eye view of what everyone was doing.
Who would you fire?
I think there was some lack of cohesion.
Who would you fire?
Andrew.
Why?
I felt that he was the team member that required the most pushing. And I love a joke and a laugh as much as anyone, but we needed manpower.
So,
we were trying.
So you're saying by using my talents and getting on the air and getting people down there to buy the cupcakes, you know, because it's not, I don't know, heavy lifting, you know, that's not working?
Andrew, who would you fire if you were me?
Well, I'm going to say something.
Just give me, who would you fire?
I got to say it a different way.
Go ahead.
Because I got to do things my way. See, because where Clint is right about me is I'm the type of guy that has to do things the way I do them. You know, and if I mess up when I do those things, I take full responsibility. I came into that baking room and I was miserable in there. I didn't like making the cupcakes. So if anything, I'm willing to leave for a few reasons. I personally think they all did a great job. I think what I did was great too. But I don't want to be in a place where people think I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, even though I know I am.
So are you quitting?
Yeah,
are you a quitter?
No, I am somebody that...
You know, if you quit right now, you know what's going to happen to you? If you quit right now, for the rest of your life, you're going to be known as a quitter. I don't think you want that.
No, I'm somebody that
I know, but do you think you want that? You know, over the years, there's been 3 people that quit. And those 3 people are considered like losers. Well, I think quitting is stupid. I mean, I don't care if you want to quit. You make my job a lot easier, to be honest with you.
It's not about quitting.
It is about quitting, Andrew. If you quit, you quit.
You're right. You're right. So I'm not quitting. I'm back in the game. You know, if I get fired, I get fired. I just.
Andrew, who would you fire if you were me?
Who would I fire? I'd fire Scott.
Scott?
Yeah, I'd fire Scott.
The hell did Scott
I
do?
wouldn't even think of nothing. He did anything and everything. I'll put it to you that way. He did a little of this, a little of that. I don't think he brought anything to the table.
Scott, who should be fired?
I'm not the one to throw anybody under the bus.
Go ahead.
I really don't want to do it. You're forcing me to do this.
I am.
I would say, and you know, if there was a little bit of distraction, everything else, it's hard for me to say it.
Scott, give me an answer,
Their hearts
Scott.
were in the right place, but I'd say probably it would be Dennis and Andrew.
Dennis and Andrew. Brian, who would you fire? Tough choice.
It's a tough choice. I like all these guys. I think I'd have to fire Andrew. I don't need the guy who just wants to do it his way.
Jesse, who would you fire?
Probably Dennis.
Okay. Why?
Half of me thinks he could do a really good job and he's recognizable and he could pull money in, but the other half, he just doesn't have the solid work ethic that I think it's going to take to do some of this stuff.
Tom, who would you fire if you were me?
I'd fire Herschel because he's the project manager and I really like Herschel, but I think the ultimate responsibility has to lead with him.
Well, Herschel, I will say this. The project manager typically of a losing team is, you know, not exactly the favored son.
Well, that's totally true. And that was the project manager. I take my licks. But I say, you know what? We're not here to babysit nobody. We're not here to guard nobody. We're here to make money.
You made a very good
dedicate
case.
things.
You made a very good case. You know the sad part is?
Yeah.
You made a lousy cupcake and you could have won because if you would have won the taste test, you would have won the whole thing. So it's too bad. But that's the way it goes.
Right.
Herschel, you're going to pick two people. Come back to the boardroom. Who are they going to be?
There's no brainer.
I don't know. I think it's a no-brainer. I have no idea. Well, who do you think he's going to take?
Come on.
Who do you think he's going to take?
Well, I'm always the victim. You know what?
Don't do the persecution stuff with me, Dennis.
I'm just saying,
Don't do the persecution stuff with me. You're doing just fine. You're doing just fine. You're living well. I've seen your cars. I've seen your life. You're doing just fine. So don't do that with me, Dennis. All right, Herschel, who are you going to pick to come back? Who are you going to pick to come back into the boat?
I'm picking Dice and Dennis.
Dice and Dennis. Okay. Everybody else, go back to your suite at Trump Tower. Enjoy yourselves. I'm going to call you three back. All right? Thank you. Thank you. Women, turn off your TV. That's all you get to see.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Dennis is not going home.
Andrew's going home because he tried to quit.
Well, no, he might do Herschel because there's so much conflict with Dice.
It wasn't about quitting it. It's about, you know, I really do feel everybody did a great job.
It is what it is. Either way, we'll live to see another day. So, it's all love. It's all love.
Where is he already? What's the big discussion? Donnie, bring us in already. We're a bunch of guys making cupcakes. But they're chicks. They should know how to cook. You know how to cook? If I get fired, you want to go out tonight? We'll go get a bite to eat. I'm the nicest guy in the world. You're not related to Donald, are you? All right, so I can take you out. All right, we're ready to go in about 8.
Ivanka, what do you think?
I think it's a difficult decision. I think Herschel was the leader, but he wasn't able to rally his troops. That said, I don't think either Dennis or Dice really rose to the occasion.
What do you think, John?
I think Dice can't be led. I think Dennis may not be able to be led. So it's kind of tough to fire Herschel when he raised the most money.
Amanda, bring him in. Sit down, fellas. So, Dennis, who would you fire if you were me?
Who would I fire? Seriously?
Herschel or Dice?
If I don't have a game plan going into a game, who am I going to fire? I have to go with Herschel. We should have been better prepared. You know, I know my role. Everyone loves Dennis Rodman.
But Herschel didn't really use you properly.
No, he didn't know how to use me. He's never
Nobody know how to use
He doesn't know how to use me. You know what? Since day one, everyone's been pointing out Dennis. He's the biggest star here.
Dennis, I'm the biggest star here.
Okay.
You know?
Nobody even close. I'm close. How about that? I'm close.
Go ahead.
So anyway, what we're trying to say is that, you know what? We should have been better prepared in the beginning.
But whose fault is that?
No, I think
Dennis, whose fault?
I think it goes from the top to the bottom. If I got a company and I got all these pieces in place, especially the one piece that I need the most. I need the most to attract and draw. So
which in this case was you.
Wait. We don't know this about fight. We don't know that anybody he brought up bought anything.
No, but what he's saying though, Herschel, is that you didn't utilize him properly.
Mr. Trump, we are not bodyguards. If we're out selling, people are making money. If he can bring them in, bring them in, we'll make a sale. Don't sit in the truck. We can't make a sale when we're trying to do that.
How about this, Herschel? As a project manager,
we say get out.
Wait. As a project manager, you should have came over as a project manager. You should have came over as a project manager. Dennis, you know what?
I need you out of the truck. Could you not lead these two guys?
No, I could lead them. The thing is, if they don't.
Why didn't they do what they were supposed to do?
I wasn't told anything through the week.
Andrew, who would you fire if you were me?
I would fire Herschel because it's the boss's job to delegate and tell everybody what he needs them to do. I had to figure out my own job.
I wanted them to participate. I kept begging, Mr. Trump. It is funny. When I got the call from you to send someone over for the cupcake, I said, you know what? I got everybody selling. Who do I have that don't do it? Who's not doing it?
Wait. No, I'm not going to stand here if he just...
As you were in the truck,
I brought a lot of people there. I sold a lot of cupcakes.
I'm looking at the situation. You can
be louder than me or let me talk.
Everybody at work because you're wrong. Everyone is
not wrong.
You are totally wrong.
I was on the corner
I'm the
with Tom
man
Green.
here, and you're wrong. You were not with Tom Green. You were not. You were in the truck.
You know, I don't go for that kind of stuff. I'm just telling you something right now.
Wait.
I'm trying to make a
You know what? You're not in my arena, so don't tell me about no pointing finger. Like you're gonna jump up. You're not gonna do that.
I'm not jumping
up. The truth is, you didn't want to work. You want to do your thing. What is your thing? I don't know. But you had a good thing, whatever you think it is.
Hey, I did what I needed to do.
I watched you when I used to live in Jersey, and you were funny.
And I appreciate.
But let me tell you what.
Is he funny now?
That's has-been.
Oh, so I'm not doing anything anymore.
You didn't do nothing.
When was the last time you played ball, okay? Can I ask Donald something? Donald, can I ask you something?
Yes,
from what I said today, did I say anything that made sense to you as far as what I did this week?
You said some things that made sense.
Okay.
Not everything.
Okay, but what did I say as far as...
One thing that didn't make sense was when you wanted to quit.
No, I didn't want to quit.
But you were going to quit. You were standing up.
Take it for everybody else. Sometimes you got to do that. I wanted to show my kids what I was capable of doing.
In the context of the moment, though,
talking about cutting. No,
like
but wait a minute. In the context, it might not have felt that way. But I am a person that has always pushed myself.
Okay, look. I've known you a long time, and you've been great, and you're really a talented guy. But in Dennis, I've seen tremendous fight tonight. Tremendous fight. He's a very competitive guy. Herschel, he really fought to stay. He did, and he did. And you wanted to quit, and I hated it.
I didn't want to quit. I was willing to take it for a lot of reasons.
I think your kids should be very proud of you. And I've known you a long time, and I've also known that you've been through a lot. And you're not a quitter. But Andrew, you're fired.
All right, and I can accept that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good. All right, I'll see you. Feel good, guys.
Well, it was a very interesting one. It was a tough one, but I think I did the right thing.
I agree. If we were ever to quit, you wouldn't let us.
Well, he didn't quit. He didn't quit. He's a winner, and he's going to be a winner.
think I would have done anything differently. You know, I came in there, I told them how I felt about baking cupcakes, and I just want to thank Donald for having me on the show. Did I have a good time on Celebrity Apprentice?
Absolutely. Sigue con